Barbados Private Sector Trade Team is a division of the Barbados Private Sector Association. The Private Sector Trade Team was established in 2003, and we were established to fulfill a number of roles. Our primary mandate is to research and document the interest of the private sector as it relates to regional and international trade negotiations. And everything that we do is geared towards enhancing the export capabilities of the private sector in Barbados, whether in terms of goods and services. And we also seek to defend the interests of the Barbados private sector at the level of CARICOM.
I think trade is important to the private sector throughout the region. By and large, our economies are highly open economies. We are highly dependent on external trade flows. And so it is particularly important to Barbados, but I would suggest that it is equally important to the private sector throughout the region. Why of importance to the private sector? It is our private sector that trades. Although governments actually negotiate the agreements, the actors, the real players, come from our private sector, whether it be Barbados, whether it be Trinidad and Tobago, whether it be St. Lucia. It is the private sector that actually makes use of any trade agreement that the region may have in place.
BIM Enterprises Inc. is a family-owned business. We started 4 years ago producing a line of marinades called Caribbean Passion. Caribbean Passion was created because of the passion of the Caribbean flavors. We would like to take our products all over the world. There's interest in the UK, the USA, all of the islands, as far as Africa, in our products. So we want to see Caribbean Passion in the lights. We want to see Caribbean Passion all over the world. And that's our target, and we intend to do it.
The Barbados Private Sector Trade Team for a while now has been advocating that we start looking beyond our traditional trading partners. Our traditional trading partners in the sense of the European Union, Canada, the United States. And we believe it is very critical that we focus our export strategies, our trade policy initiatives towards the emerging economies.
I think this is a very, very important initiative, a very important organization, arm of the private sector of Barbados. I think the fact that the private sector has agreed to do this work collectively is a clear signal of its commitment to being fully involved in the external trade agenda of Barbados and of the wider CARICOM. And certainly we can see this in the kinds of inputs that we get when we bring our member state representatives together to fashion positions for various parts of our negotiations.
We can be competitive and our quality stands out. I say that boldly because we get compliments on different products that are made, not only in my line, different products that are made in Barbados.
I believe we can compete. We compete globally in the biggest, with regard to the biggest sector in the region in Barbados, and that is tourism. We compete globally. And I think that a lot of the lessons that we can learn from that sector can be translated into other areas of activity. It will require change, it will require refocusing, it will require innovation, but ultimately it is my view that yes, we can compete.